And now, it's time to go in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to In the Garage. I'm Bodie Stroud.
I'm Mitchell McDonald.
And I'm Nikki the intern.
Hi, Nikki the intern.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Mitchell.
Hi, Bodie.
Sorry. Did you say you were here?
I did.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I just heard Nikki.
I'm quick
You're quiet.
and quiet.
Hashtag Silent Mitchell. Check him out. You will not find him anywhere online. Guaranteed. No social networking, nothing of any kind. Right?
I think if they Google you, they might be able to find a picture of me standing next to you, but that's about it.
The guy that makes it all happen. He's the guy behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. You know what, though? Sometimes I wish I was you. You know what I mean? I'm that guy where you see, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I am. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that.
You're Bodie Stroud.
Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah. But, I was going to say it's like the rock star, if you've heard songs about it or you've heard him say it. Well, I wish I had your life because you got the family and everything else, but I got that. So I couldn't say it. Right. And I'm happy with it. Want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Every week we are brought to you by Steel Rubber Products, steelrubber.com. Check them out. As always, best rubber products out there. Also, we'd love to hear from you. We're getting lots of great feedback, lots of good questions. So keep sending those questions at bodiestroud.com. That's BODIESTROUD. Spelt it right, even though there wasn't an R right here. Yeah. Imagine that. / in the garage, right? That was crazy. So, yeah, that's bodiestroud.com / in the garage. Email us those questions. We've been getting a lot. And so this week we're going to talk about, recently we had a couple questions on how do we make the metal so perfect. There's some people out there that are grinding welds down, and they want to make the metal look perfect, and they're having a hard time. It's leaving deep scratches, gouges, and stuff like that. So, this episode we're going to kind of concentrate on, helping you out and figuring out how to not create those gouges. That's the tough part is not making them in the first place.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
And if you don't make them in the first place, you don't got to clean them up.
Exactly. Yeah, which is almost impossible to do. So you're not alone. We're with you. We're here to help. And it's kind of like an art form. A lot of people think, I'm just grinding down a weld and there you go, and you slap some Bondo on it and away it goes. Well, what you don't understand is if you're grinding down more than the weld and you're taking, metal out of a piece of 20 gauge steel, there ain't going to be much metal left, and you can Bondo it all you want, but eventually it's going to crack, it's going to tin can, it's just going to create issues. So you want, to keep as much of the integrity of the steel as possible, and without removing much material. Yeah. Did you know that?
I did it.
Let's see. We're going to teach you too.
I also want to know, is it dangerous to your safety when grinding?
It is. I mean, you should always wear eye protection, of course, because I don't know how many times I've had metal removed from my eyes surgically over my lifespan, but it's been quite a few, I always thought, I'm going to show these doctors. They don't know what they're talking about. Oh, well. I was waiting for the applause. Come on, the laughter. Oh, whatever. We got to take a break. We'll be right back after these words.
Microphone is hot.
Welcome back to In the Garage. If you're just joining us, we are going to be talking about how to remove a weld and make it blend and make the steel look perfect like there was no weld there. It's not an easy process to learn. It takes time. That's all I can say with it, is time. What I can do is kind of, show you some steps that can avoid, going through all of the learning process and making the mistakes, So, basically what we have here is a typical air angle grinder, snap-on angle grinder. And we have an arbor here with these roll-lock, these little twists, and all it does is twist in here, and that's it. So you're ready to go. You hook air up to it. You twist one of these in for whatever application you're doing or whatever what kind of grinding you have to do. You got different grits, I like to use a real fine grit, as fine as I can. I think in these roll-locks, they only make about an 80 grit, you know what I mean, that I've found. So, I'll usually start with like a 60. And what we do is we will, I'll put on a 60 and, your weld, hopefully it's penetrated enough. It's brought the seam together. It's well penetrated. All you want to do is you want to concentrate on taking out the weld. You don't, and pay attention, because once you see that you've hit metal on each side of the weld, you got to stop. Because all you're doing from there is you're taking away metal from the actual sheet metal. And you don't want to do that because it's going to get thinner. So concentrate on just getting rid of that weld and bringing it down, and you can see how it'll start blending to, an even surface. Then what I do is once I get close and I've knocked down the weld, if it's a big weld, and I've knocked it down, I'll switch to like an 80 grit. And then I'll kind of blend it really, really lightly. Because I'm telling you, if you gouge it and if you just stay in one area and you're just like, all you're going to do is dig a hole. That's all you're going to do. You're going to leave this big old hole. So I try to do nice, even, long strokes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And in doing that, you're going to actually help the disc last longer as well. Because these things don't do well under heat.
And that's a 60 or a 16?
This is a 60.
A 60? Is that the smallest that they can go, or they can go
Yeah,
smaller?
they go 2 and 3 inch, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was very soft, Mitchell. That was very quiet of you.
Hashtag Silent Mitchell.
Yes, in the house. And then once I've blended the weld and I've gone into the sheet metal and it makes a nice even surface that I can see, you're going to have some deep scratches. Okay, there's actually no way around it that I have found. I may be wrong. There may be somebody out there to tell me. This is just what I've found of years of doing this. I'll take a Scotch-Brite pad, a little roll-lock, and it's the same thing, same process. All you do is you just twist it on there, and what I'll do is I'll just do nice, long, even strokes until you start seeing those scratches go away.
Nice.
And
that kind of like buffs it out.
Yeah, it takes away those real deep scratches. If you're looking for a real nice metal finish, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're not, and you're just going to apply Bondo, you're probably going to be, as good as that. And I hate to say Bondo. If you're going to apply filler, we call it filler. You can leave the scratches because the scratches are going to be great to adhere with the filler. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Feels like sandpaper.
That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ding, 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 ding. You are correct.
Yay.
You won a 2-inch 60 grit sanding disc.
Scratch.
No, I need that. Actually, give it back to me. I need that later. Those things are very valuable around here.
That's like $1.50 right there.
Yeah. No, they can be expensive. 3M makes a great product. I haven't found anything better than 3M. It does get expensive. And if you get a catalog or you go online and you look about them, there's different discs for different metals. You got some for aluminum. So just read on whatever you're doing. If you're just doing mild steel or sheet metal or whatever, just make sure you get like one of these. These are great. And they're great for stainless steel as well, because we do a lot of stainless steel if you want to clean up a weld on some exhaust or something. Mm-hmm. This will knock down the weld, and it won't leave, terribly deep gouges. Like we just did a chassis, which I can't believe the customer bought it from somewhere. And it looked like someone took some 36 grit to this thing, and there was scratches so deep on it. And I couldn't believe that this company would sell this product to the public like that. I was like, oh my God. And what's amazing is the customer made excuses for him. Oh, he just had a $6 an hour guy grinding on it. I was like, okay, can I use that excuse? Are you good with that? No, you need to make it perfect. Okay. So we made it perfect, but it was, it was me that sitting there. I had to add weld in places, especially that was if it was thin. And you just don't want to take off too much of the material or the integrity or the strength of the material because it can create a disaster. And I know where people have been and how they get there. And, we've recently someone brought me a stainless steel exhaust system that someone made. Well, it had totally gotten away from them. There was a hole this big that they had just burned through, and they were still trying to weld this hole up. So.
No.
He said, "Can you fix it?" So, yeah, I can fix it. So he brought it to me. I actually cut a piece of pipe and blended it in there and welded it. But I had to cut out a big area because it was so thin.
Wow.
So to grab onto some thicker stuff, I had to figure out where he hadn't, ground down so thin. And then the rest of it had pinholes, and every time I'd try and feel something, it would just keep burning through.
Oh, wow.
So... And that'll happen with sheet metal. When you're doing sheet metal, sheet metal is very tricky. And if you get ahead of yourself and you want to see you'll do like a little area. Say you do like a 2 or 3 inch area, but you still have a long way to go. You got like another foot over here and a foot over here, and you get all excited. And you want to grind it down because you want to see how smooth it is, and you want to see that nice clean finish, and you're impatient. You're probably going to hurt yourself because that's when you're going to grind. You're going to take out the material and you're going to go to weld and you're going to see that, oh, shoot, it's thinner and it's going to just start burning. It spreads like cancer.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And there you are trying to figure out how to fix this. And most of the time, people will just, okay, shoot, let me cut it out and grab some good, some thickness on the pieces around it. And so then they're like, I wish I would have just waited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another trick is, when you're welding it to keep the shape is once it's hot, which works for me, is when you're TIGging it, you do a little TIG, and then I just, put my hammer and dolly, and I beat it, tink, 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 into the shape I want. So that you have a nice surface, an even surface. So when you're grinding, you don't have uneven surfaces all around your weld.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to keep it nice and even as possible. So there's a lot to it. You got to just really use your eye. You got to feel it. You got to use your eye.
And not too heavy of a hand, it sounds like.
Not too heavy of a hand. It really is just like the wrist, really, really light. Let the sanding disc do the job.
It's all in the wrist.
It's all in the wrist. That's what they say. Right, Mitchell?
Yeah.
Anyways, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back. Oh, yeah. So if you're just joining us, we've been talking about different types of grinders and sanding discs and how to, make a weld basically disappear but leave a really, really nice finish, because like right now, I enjoy, whenever I can work on metal, I disappear into what I'm doing, It's like, I think it's because I'm so challenged and I so want to see the finished product and I want to show the world. Look what I did. You know what I mean? Or it could be self-gratification. I think it's more of that. I really don't care what people think.
You just want to be happy with it?
I just want to be happy. And this is what makes me happy. When I make a perfect, like a door skin. If you're working on a door skin and it's got a dent, or you got to replace sheet metal, and you've peeled the door skin off. I mean, it's just a very, what's the word I'm looking for? That piece of metal is so flimsy and so, I don't know, vulnerable.
Sure.
No, it's in my hands.
So when grinding down, back to the subject.
Sorry. Nikki's bringing us back. Me and Mitchell just disappeared and started laughing with each other. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Could you also grind down paint? Also grind it off?
You could grind down paint.
Could you use this? The angle air grinder?
We basically use one of these, and all it is you know, you got different grits in the Scotch-Brites as well. And you got different sizes, because what happens is, and what we've seen, like we got a car right now where we actually, you know, soda blasted it, and that's where it removes the paint, but you can tell whoever was the last person that worked on it and actually put that paint job on there, they ground down all the old paint. Well, it left really deep grind marks in it. And I'm telling you, when you do that to 20 gauge steel, you're literally taking away the integrity. You're making it. What's the word I'm looking for? Why do I want to keep saying vulnerable? Anyways, Eric, got anything for me?
Are you
No?
in a vulnerable mood today?
I am in a vulnerable mood today. Maybe that's just the word of the day. That's my big word for the day.
That's cute.
Thanks.
Instead of
Cute.
pretty this week.
It's
Yeah.
vulnerable.
It's vulnerable.
Okay, perfect. But anyways, no, it really, it can do damage, you know, and in an area where you have taken away so much metal, it's like, it's almost at a point on the car where we have, well, it has been where we had to remove the metal and put new metal in because it was just so gone. You know, you could almost stick your finger through it.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's like paper. Yeah. So you don't want to do that. You want to be careful of the materials you use. We do use these a lot. And like I said, there's different grits. There's, you know, different sizes. And these really knock the paint off quick. And it doesn't leave, like, deep grind marks in it.
Yeah.
So this would be the one. Any kind of Scotch-Brite, like I said, 3M sells a great variety of these things, and it'll tell you a description, you know, of what to use and what its purpose is for, and especially with rust. If we have something with a lot of rust or, you know, anything like that, or a chassis we're working on and it's got, you know, a lot of surface rust, this will knock it right off, and it cleans it up. You know, because when you do, like we're getting ready to do a 48 Ford, and we're going to be putting our new suspension on it, and, you know, he doesn't want to do a frame off, so we're going to pull the front fenders, the hood and everything, the whole front end off of it, and the frame's like really rusty, it's old, so what we'll use is one of these. You know what I mean? We could use our sandblaster out back as well, so if there is I'd rather take it off with this, and then if there's really fine, you know, hard to get areas, we'll use the sandblaster and just knock them out, because the cleaner the metal, the prettier the weld, and the better the weld. It's going to hold better.
And you want prettier.
In our case, we want prettier, but
Yeah.
I mean, you do want it to hold, and that's very important when you're welding, is to have a clean surface, because if you get the impurities or the contaminants in there, it's not only going to not hold as well, but it's not gonna look pretty either. I mean, if you want to see a pretty weld, you got to check out my buddy Josh Welton. His Brown Dog Welding. I mean, his welds are incredible. He just posted something this morning. I swear to God, I just sat there and was like, "Wow, it's crazy," you know.
Nice.
You
I'll
don't
check
know.
it out.
She's so
I'll check it out.
okay. Yeah, you got to check him out. He's awesome. But anyways, we got to take another break. You're listening to In the Garage on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Free. 800-471-5173. Microphone's on.
Welcome back to In the Garage. It's a good first segment. Talking about grinders and stuff like that, right? Yeah, just it takes time. It takes time to make it perfect. It's a big giant learning curve when you're doing that stuff. Now we're going to switch steering columns. What we have here is a Flaming River steering column. I like Flaming River. I like their products. Good product. They make it easy, if you go to their website or if you give them a call and you have a certain application. This one goes to a 56 Chevy. So, if you call them up and you ask for a 56 Chevy steering column, that's what they give you. It's the right length and stuff. But, I realize people out there have like a custom application. They've changed something, they've done something different, they've moved the firewall, you know what I mean? So you can order to length. So if you need a certain length, you can order that.
I was wondering that. I was like, is this what my steering wheel, the inside of it, looks like?
This is what the inside of your steering wheel looks
That's
like.
so
You got your
cool.
steering column, you got everything else.
It's so shiny.
God, man. I got a guy standing here staring at me when he's supposed to be working. Get back to work! Yeah, this is a steering column. They got tilt steering. You can order them just about any way you need them. You can get them powder coated black. You can get them paintable, regular steel. You can get them like this, polished stainless steel. They make it really easy. They sell all the joints. If you need a joint, different types of joints, different sizes. If you're trying to go into an existing joint, that's already there, and you need to adapt to it, they sell all the adapters you need, whether it's spline, whether it's a D joint, whatever you need. They send a shaft. This is your actual shaft, your steering column shaft. This is what spins the actual rack or steering box, whatever you have. So if you're steering, this is what's turning, just like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
And it goes right here, like at the
No,
end?
it goes right down here. This is where the steering wheel goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, amazing, huh?
It's so cool.
Yeah,
I
this
never
is
knew what it looked like.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, they're all different. This isn't probably what it looks like in your Honda, but it's
Probably
the
not.
same type of deal that they use in there. So, but I mean, this one has tilt steering, so you can tilt the column. Has a tilt column.
And then the wiring.
This is a wiring. I think most of them basically come with a Chevy like blade type plug, which you can find pretty much anywhere, or it comes with your wiring kit or whatever. If not, you can find the plug basically just about anywhere. That's why they use a Chevy, because it's so universal and so easy to adapt to. Because you just get the other plug and you make it to where it just plugs in, then everything goes to where it needs to go.
Okay.
Also, I like their latest. It's fairly new. I don't know. I'd say a couple. Maybe not too new, but you can do the high-low beam. They have a button on the end of your turn signal indicator, switch, and all you do is you push a button and it operates your high-low beam, so you no longer have it down on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, when you
Really
push with your
cool.
floor, you probably don't even know about pushing the high-low beam with your foot on the floor, huh?
Nope.
You're like this, chicka chicka. How crazy is that? I started to realize this. I'm telling her.
I'm like learning so much.
Yeah, well, on these old cars, it used to be on the floor.
Oh.
There was a button, and you'd push the button, high-low beam. Click,
Wow.
click, click, click. Yeah.
My emergency brake's on the floor.
Well, yeah.
That's on the floor.
Yeah. So they made them back then. I don't think when did they start making the floor emergency brake? Probably like 60s, 70s. They use with your foot. I mean, like in the trucks and stuff, they always had the hand one right there
handles,
underneath the dash and stuff. But and then they started putting them in the center console. But I mean, it's just on whatever. It's all the same method when you're doing the e-brake. But anyways, so this is a steering column. This is what this looks like. And like I said, we use Flamer River. They've worked with us a ton. They've helped us out on certain projects. They're very helpful. So if you need any assistance with that, you can call us as well. We're a dealer for them. So hopefully we can answer any questions you got. We can order it for you. We can drop ship them for you, whatever. And they're very universal. Like I said, it's super easy to use all their stuff. When you're installing one of these, you're going to have there's all different types of applications. It depends on what motor you're using, what headers you're using. I personally love it when I get a car that's like the steering's really tight or it seems impossible. So it's like a challenge to me. because I've literally built headers around this shaft, and it'll go down through the headers, and it just looks, really cool because you just got very little clearance for this, and it just spins in there. Because this doesn't move. Once you mount this, this doesn't move and this doesn't move, except for steering, for turning like that. As you can see on this one, we have tape. And the reason we use tape is for mock-up purposes. You don't want to scratch it, especially if you have something fancy. If you're doing regular steel and you're going to paint it later, then have at it. You know what I mean? But on most of our cars, they're very pretty, very shiny, so you really want to be careful. The floor mount that they sell is a really tight fit, and it's almost like on a column like this, you only have one shot at putting it where you need it because it will leave scratch marks. So if you go up too high and then you got to move it down, it's going to suck because you're going to look in the car and you're going to see the scratch marks where you moved it down. So we try to tape that up really good as well, to where we can kind of move it back and forth. It's hard because it's a tight fit, so you don't want to use a lot of tape. You just want to use a little bit, and then you can place it where you need it.
Oh, what are the burn marks for? I see the burn marks.
Burn marks? Yeah. It's probably got close to something we were doing, a weld we were doing. We were tacking something on, a bracket in place, something custom. The 56 that we're putting this in, it has had a lot of work done on the firewall, the dash. It's kind of a custom deal. So, smell something burning? I smell something
for
burning.
a second, yeah.
Huh.
It's
maybe
just the shop. Don't
yeah,
worry.
it's just a shop. Maybe a break. We'll go check that out. Grab a fire extinguisher. We'll be right back. You're listening to CRN Talk Digital.
Find some trivia for you guys.
No, trivia. Here we go. Okay. Sheesh. I don't know. Although last week, like I said, I left here smarter, but I not feeling good about myself. Left here being smarter, but feeling dumber at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
Well, it's because I didn't know any of the answers. I think I knew a couple of them, but never mind.
All right, so for this
I'm having a hard time with words today.
For this quiz, you guys are gonna give me the answers. I'm gonna put it down, and then towards the end of everything, that's when we'll figure out what questions you got right and which ones you got wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Number 1.
Oh boy.
Which of the following manufacturers produced the distinctively red Testarossa model? Is it Porsche, Bugatti, Dodge, Lamborghini, or Ferrari?
Testarossa.
Yes.
Oh.
Which of the following manufacturers produced the distinctively
Ferrari?
red?
Yeah, I'm going to say Ferrari too.
Okay. Let's do Ferrari. All right. Question number 2. The sporty Mustang was introduced by Ford in what year? 1954, 1964, 1974, 1984, or 1994?
1964.
64. Okay. Number 3, the E-Type was produced from 1961 to 1974 by which car manufacturer? Mercedes, Rolls-Royce, Citroën, Jaguar, or the Porsche?
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Number 4, which of the following is not the name of a Rolls-Royce model? Silver Wraith, Silver Shadow, Silver Dawn, Silver Seraph, or Silver Phantom?
Say them again. What was the first one?
Silver Wraith, Silver Shadow, Silver Dawn, Silver Seraph, or Silver Phantom?
I'm going to say A.
Wraith? Silver Wraith?
How's it spelled?
W-R-A-F.
That's Wrath.
Wrath.
Wrath. I thought
Wrath.
it was Wrath.
Okay. I'm going to say Silver Wrath.
Wrath?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question number
What are you going to say?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That doesn't sound...
Okay. Yeah, Silver Wrath.
Okay. Question number 5.
I built a, Silver Shadow on Monster Garage. Turned it into a portable toilet pumper.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And then me and Jesse James went around Beverly
There's some
Hills
trivia for
pumping
you.
toilets. Yeah, there's some.
Oh,
Yeah, it
wow.
was great. It was awesome. Yeah, we cut off the honey wagons that pump out a portable toilet.
Mhm.
Yeah. We built a Rolls Royce Silver Shadow that went and pumped toilets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was great.
That's crazy.
We were cutting off trucks and we were pumping the toilets before they did. I'd hop out, we'd pop the trunk, I'd pull the hose out, pump that sucker out. Jesse would man the pumps and the switches, and then I had a hose reel and I'd scrub it down and wash it off, and I'd go to the next one, and the drivers were like, "What are you doing?
Oh my God.
We're better than you." Okay, go ahead.
All
Sorry.
right, next question. Number 5, described as muscular and aggressive looking, the V10 powered Dodge Viper has been in production since 1992, 1995, 1998, 2001, or 2004.
95.
I'm gonna say 92 just to be different.
92, okay. Number 6, the 1954 300 SL Gullwing was produced by which automobile manufacturer? Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Jaguar, Bentley, or Chevrolet?
Mercedes.
Number 7, which of the following is not a model of car produced by the Porsche Motor Company? Boxster, Cayenne, Cayman, Arknid, and Panamera.
The Arknid.
Yeah.
Number
agree.
8, almost done. The classic sports car model known as Esprit was manufactured by which of these companies? BMW, Alfa Romeo. Am I getting these names wrong?
No.
No.
You're
You're
close.
fine. You're
Nice.
close.
Okay. Okay, let's do this again. BMW,
Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo, Citroen,
Citroen.
Lotus,
Lotus.
or Aston Martin.
Alfa Romeo.
Okay. Number 9, which of the following is not an Italian sports car manufacturer? Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Porsche, Lamborghini, or Maserati?
Porsche.
And last question, number 10. The Chevrolet Corvette was the first American sports car to achieve 50 years of production. True or false?
True.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
Let's submit and see which ones you got wrong and right. Let's see. So the first question of which of the following manufacturers produced the distinctively red Testarossa model was correct. It is the Ferrari. The sporty Mustang was introduced by Ford in correct 1964. Number 3, the E-Type was produced from 1961 to 1974 by which car manufacturer? It is the Jaguar, not the Mercedes.
Yeah, whatever.
So that was wrong.
Whatever.
And we'll come back
Whatever.
and get the rest.
I don't know about these foreign cars. All right, we'll be back. I don't know a lot about the American cars either. All the dates, all these dates
We
and
didn't do
stuff.
so well.
No, we didn't do so well. We did good on the 64. Anyways, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Garage. Final segment, I think. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Final segment. Yep. All right. So how else did we do on the trivia?
Okay, and next question you got wrong as well.
What?
Yes, which of the following is not the name of a Rolls-Royce model? It is the Silver Phantom, not the Silver Wrath.
Yeah, but like Mitchell was saying, that was the
Bentley has a
Bentley
Phantom.
has a Phantom. Same thing. Same family, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. So they're wrong.
Oh, okay. Also described as muscular and aggressive looking, the V10 powered Dodge Viper has been in production since 1992, not 1995.
See, I said 92.
Yeah, he said 92, so he got it right.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
See?
I said 95.
Correct, Mitchell. The 1954 300 SL Gullwing was produced by which automobile manufacturer? It
Mercedes.
is the Mercedes. Which of the following is not a model of car produced by the Porsche Motor Company? It is the Arachnid?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
How do I say it?
Yeah, you perfect.
It's not a model, so I don't know how you say it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
correct.
see, they made up that word, so you don't even have to worry about how they say
Oh,
it.
here's one you got wrong. The classic sports car model known as Esprit was manufactured by which of these companies? It's not the Alfa Romeo, it's the Lotus.
Oh, I would have said it might have been Citroen.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the Lotus. Which of the following is
I don't
not?
even know what that means.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess the original designer became well known for his folded paper look designs.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, so which of the following is not an Italian sports car manufacturer? It is the Porsche, correct?
Okay.
And last question, the Chevrolet Corvette was the first American sports car to achieve 50 years of production. This is true.
Yeah, cool.
This occurred in 2003, 50 years after the Corvette
So I lost
first hit
again.
the roads of USA.
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
I think the winner's Mitchell again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By one. I keep losing by one.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. I'm going to start doing my homework. You know what I mean? One day we're going to be prepared for, what's this show?
So you want to be a millionaire?
No. Yeah, that too. I guess you
Deal
could.
or no deal?
Yeah. Want to be a millionaire, I guess? They got to do a car one.
A car one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
so
awesome.
we're preparing for that. I would do so terrible. So terrible. But if you can call a friend,
Yeah.
And you
I wouldn't
Mitchell?
call you.
I wouldn't advise it.
Oh, man.
So let's
Anyways.
talk about
You
this
call me, I'll
view.
call somebody else.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Let's
What-
talk about this beautiful car in front of us.
Oh, it's our truck. Yes, this is the shop truck. This is a 56 Ford pickup, and we have cut a hole in the wall, and we are turning this room into our showroom / radio showroom / store, I guess you would call it. So, yeah, if you want to see this truck in person, please come down. It's beautiful, it's breathtaking, and it's for sale.
Yeah. It's in the store because it
And
is
it's
for
in
sale.
the store. Yeah, we had to. It's for sale. So Mitchell says, "Hey, you better put it in the store." Well, we had to cut a hole in the wall to put it in the store. So that's why that big hole is there in the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what we did. We move fast around here. We make things happen. So, anyways, looks like I hear the music. We're coming up on the end of the show. As always, check us out. BodieStroud.com. Email us those questions at BodieStroud.com /in the garage. Want to thank Steel Rubber Products. They are our sponsor, and we are brought to you every week by them. So check them out, SteelRubber.com. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, because you're always welcome in the garage with Bodie Stroud. Presented by Steel Rubber Products. www.steelrubber.com on CRN Digital Talk Radio. www.crntalk.com.